that I'm different. That's never gonna change.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jacob Restituto, and I'm a musician from Northport, New York. And today we are reacting to and breaking down how the song Halo was written. This is actually a really interesting interview because I'm looking forward to hearing this because Ryan Tedder apparently wrote this song, and he is from OneRepublic, but his name comes up all the time in the music industry, from production to songwriting credits, and it's just I find that super interesting when these artists not only are in their own groups or bands and write their own music, but when artists are also involved in the production or songwriting of so many other artists. Like, for example, another artist would be like Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran has hundreds of writing credits just all around the industry. And so I love hearing stories of how songs were written, but also I actually wanted to watch this because I want to see his involvement. Like, how did this happen? And I was also thinking, like, man, like, how crazy is like that the songwriting credit royalties that he's getting from like some of these massive hits, in addition to his music. So that's I've always liked to talk about the additional avenues of not, I guess, income, but more so like avenues of work in the music industry. Like, you don't have to be the performing artist. While he also is, you could be the songwriter, the ghostwriter. You could be the producer in the background. That maybe people don't recognize that it's your song, but you made the beat for it or sell the beats. Like, there's so many different options in the music industry, and I always appreciate that. So let's see what we got. This is Ryan Tedder on Jimmy Fallon talking about how he wrote Halo for Beyonce.
Our next guest is a three-time Grammy winner, a very prolific songwriter, and the lead singer of OneRepublic. Their new album, Human, is available right now.
Prolific.
Like, as of right now. Yeah, it's out. Please welcome Ryan Tedder!
Ryan Tedder, don't wanna hear your lies. That's why it tells you it's too late to apologize.
Wow, look at that interesting intro. What? Also, Apologize came out forever ago. Like, they've been in the industry for quite some time now, which is pretty cool. Writing songs for everyone. That is quite the intro.
Welcome, buddy. Thanks so much for coming back to our show. We appreciate it. And how exciting. You're here on the actual launch of your new album.
Yes.
It is out right now. OneRepublic, Human, is out now. Are you nervous? Are you excited?
Normally, I would be nervous in a normal album release. It's been like 4 or 5 years. But with streaming in the last 4 or 5 years, like, I was super nervous a few days ago, and I was calling our management. I'm like, wow, we're going to watch the first week. How's it going to do? This, that, and the other. He's like, you've already sold like 1.5 million copies. We already know it's doing well. Calm down. So
Really?
I still warn people. Yeah, I just found this out 2 days ago because it's streaming. So people, apparently, there's this thing called streaming. Spotify. So anyway, but because people have been listening to the songs we've released leading up to this for so long, and we bumped the album because of COVID. So we've just kind of benefited from the time that we've had to make more music and people to check out the stuff we already have out.
It's fantastic. I appreciate you coming in and performing it tonight. You're doing your first.
There's some more of these songs that I want to
concert,
hear from here.
in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, yeah.
When is that soon? That's
September 4th and 5th. If you want to come to Vegas, it's a good time. And I'm extremely excited about it. I'm also nervous about it because it's been like 2 years at this point.
Wow, performing.
The concert.
See, that's really interesting as an artist. Like, these performers that perform all the time out and then haven't performed out in 2 years. Like, not only is it nerve-wracking, but that's like, you totally gotta get your rhythm back. I was talking to a songwriter recently, and they were saying that they hadn't played their songs out in so long that they had to relearn a lot of their songs. Now, it's often like riding a bike. It comes back pretty quickly. But it's like, oh, shoot, what was that chord there? How did I play that riff? What was that vocal riff I did there? I don't remember the words. It's like there's a lot of aspects to it.
The live music and theater, everything's just been kind of drilled by the pandemic. So, yeah, I don't really get nervous anymore, but I'm a little nervous about those shows.
Oh, just being rusty? Like, do you have like
I'm rusty.
Like,
exactly.
oh, I used to do this, or I used to do that.
Exactly. Yeah, and I have to do 4 or 5 new songs, and it's just. It's weird. It's kind of like, if you're a runner and you run all the time and then you don't run for 2 years and you go, now I'm going to do a marathon. That's kind of what it feels like.
Wow, interesting. And you have so many songs, you forget the lyrics?
I do forget the
It's
lyrics.
literally what I literally just said that. That's so funny. Yes, they have some. When did they come out? Let me just see really quick. One Republic. Let's see. What, like, Apologize had to have been like 2005, 2006. Like, yeah, 2002 they came out, and then like as a band. But when did Apologize came out? It's got to be somewhere in here. Because that was such a huge song. Oh, here we go. Their lead single, Apologize, was released in Dream Out Loud album. Yeah, so probably 2006, because Dream Out Loud came out in 2007. That song was huge. But think about that for a second. Like, so they've been as a band, like, making music for 19 years, not alone individually. Like, maybe they could have like had other bands prior to OneRepublic. Like, that's wild. That's why he's such a staple in the industry.
Forgets the lyrics all the time, just FYI. But there's at least 2 or 3 songs, and if you're at a concert and the artist halfway through one of their back catalog records just goes like that and holds the mic out to the audience to sing.
Yeah.
That means
They forgot the lyrics.
Look at Jimmy's face when he says that. He's like, he has this like light bulb moment go off me, like, oh my gosh, like when I saw so and so, they did that. Is that what that means? Like, look at his light bulb go off.
Halfway through one of their back catalog records just goes like that and holds the mic out to the audience to sing.
Yeah.
That means
They forgot the lyrics.
You need to sing the lyrics.
Yeah, thank
so
you.
now you know. Yeah.
It's like Billy Joel. It's 9.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you
sing
just do
me
it.
a song.
You just do it for me. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But when you do what you do, obviously, congrats. The band is fantastic and successful and giant. But then you also write songs for other people.
Yeah.
And
This is super fascinating.
Talking earlier that you wrote Halo for Beyonce.
Yeah.
Is that?
Thank you.
Like, I think I just read about that because it reached 1 billion streams or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
I found that out last week. First
1 billion streams.
1 billion streams, which is now it's her biggest hit or whatever of I guess for whenever since she came out.
Bigger than.
Like, now as an artist, like, that's, first of all, that's amazing to put on your wall, like your plaque of things that you've done, but also like there's a lot of streaming royalties from that too, like, as a songwriter. So like there is opportunity. I mean, that 1 billion's crazy, you know, like the dream of a lot of artists is to get 1 million, but then I don't know, man, there's a lot of opportunity out there.
Releasing
Single
music.
ladies?
I think so. I don't know how to calibrate that. I think so. I don't know. I just know it's the first. I went on her Spotify because I didn't know this. I don't track Beyonce's Spotify. I went on her Spotify last week. Someone texted me and said, "Congrats, bro." They're like, "On what?" They said, "Beyonce, Spotify." I didn't know it was. So I went on her page and I was like, "Oh my God!" I literally had no idea.
Is it easy to? Does it just come to you as a writer? Do you go, like, you get in a room with the artist and you go, all right, let's make a song? Or?
Yeah, I mean, Halo
When
was
did
an
that come
example
out?
of, I had like 3 hours. I was injured, so I wasn't touring, and I had 3 hours to write a song.
What happened to you?
I blew out my Achilles heel, which is, by the way, don't do it.
Okay.
It's like, it's not as awesome as it appears to be. But so I blew out my Achilles. I got grounded for probably 3 or 4 months. I couldn't tour. I had a 3-hour gap in the middle of the day. My wife was gone. I called a friend and I said, "Hey, get over here. Beyonce wants me to write a song. Let's do it together." He had written a big #1 for Rihanna. And I turned the keyboard on, and I wish every session went like this, but they don't. The first sound that happened to play on the keyboard was the opening sound of the song. Like, so it sounded like angels. And I was like, why don't we do a song like about angels, like her guardian angel, like Jay-Z's her guardian angel. And then 2 minutes later, it evolved into, Halo. That's such a cool title. Let's go with Halo. 3 hours later, the song was done. And then like 12 months later, the song.
That's wild.
Simple.
Look at that though too. That's really interesting about how long it took for the song to come out. That's also fascinating as well, because that can take like 12 months later. Like, that's a long stinking time for a song to come out. I totally relate with the fact that, like, you just sometimes you write a song and it takes 15 minutes and then it becomes a massive hit, right? And sometimes you write a song and it takes 10 years and you get like no streams on it. It's just you never know.
You have a talent, you have a gift.
Yeah. It's not always that easy. Some songs like Counting Stars, I had the chorus. I worked on the chorus for 5 months, and I did the verse in 30 minutes. So you just don't, you know, I have a Lil Nas X song that he just teased today coming, and it was one afternoon, and it was just 3 or 4 of us hanging around, jumping around the room like idiots. Back in like April or May, and next thing I know, it's like, hey, it's in the Taco Bell commercial tomorrow, and it's coming, and so you just never know how. There's no science to it. You just,
yeah, but you have a gift though. You have something because your songs get into my brain.
That's my goal. That's the goal.
And they just swim in my head, and then I go, I have to listen to one of your other songs to get the other song out of my head.
I'm the spider that crawls in your ear at night and plants eggs, and then just that's the disgusting analogy, but that's what I'm trying to do. The earworm. The earworm.
Yeah.
It's honestly it's a talent for sure.
And it really is some magic to it. And thanks for you're performing someday on our show tonight.
Yes.
Thank you guys for doing that.
Thanks for having me.
Congrats. The album is officially out right now.
Yes.
Human.
That's crazy. I'm totally curious though. Let's just see what his Ryan Tedder net worth. It had like what? I'm surprised. It has to be. I mean, 145 million is a lot of dollars, a lot of money, but like, I mean, he must have made so much more money from, you know, from Halo. Like that's huge. That's a huge song. Like who knows? But I mean, stuff. This is Adele. He helped write "Rumor Has It" from Adele. Oh, here. Let's just see top 25 songs that Ryan Tedder. Oh, I hate these things. Hold on a sec. Let's see. Manage whatever. Okay, there we go. Let's see. So he wrote "Bleeding Love" for Leona Lewis. It's crazy. Halo for Beyonce. Already Gone for Kelly Clarkson. Battlefield, Jordan Sparks. Rumor Has It, Adele. Gotta Love You, Sean Paul. B.O.B. Wow, I did not know he wrote Burn for Ellie Goulding, or with them. Right Now, One Direction. EXO, who John Mayer covered. Love Somebody, Maroon 5. This is crazy. I Know Places. Endgame. That's wild. That's so crazy. Some huge Sucker, Jonas Brothers, Cry for Me, Camila Cabello, Easier, 5 Seconds. It's insane. And a bunch of them for Plastic Hearts. It's insane. I mean, those are some massive hits, but it's so crazy, man. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to check out the rest of the stuff on the channel, consider checking out my own music. All the other links down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless and peace out.